This is the MLW Radio Network. This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, a weekly peek into the world according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
Blue Christmas.
Yes.
Can't believe Christmas is this week.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, just, dude, it seemed like it was like 80 like a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like summer. And then, you know, got all swept up in the baseball playoffs and that ended. And, you know, now we're watching football and holy shit, it's fucking December.
Honest to God.
And it's like the last week of December. And, you know, it's going to be fucking New Year's. And it's like, holy shit, where does the fucking time go? It's like, I don't know if it's like this for younger people, or maybe it just goes by quicker when you get older. I don't know. But what a time, man. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, it's Christmas week. Hectic, a little bit of anxiety, but nothing too major. Just making sure everybody's happy. And then we're going to go travel a little bit for the holiday, going up to Connecticut to Mrs. Meanie's family and have a good time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. How about you? What's your plans for Christmas week?
For Christmas week? Well, let's see. I have to work all this week coming up. So by the time you're listening to this, I'll be on the train heading to Philadelphia Monday morning. And I'm off the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I typically save my vacation time to spend with my kids from work because I want to enjoy that. You know, I work hard all year and I want to be able to enjoy a nice, relaxing holiday week with the kids. So that's what I'll be doing. All week with the kids. I will be tuned out. I will be unavailable for everyone at work, except for, of course, the Blue Meanie and the Pod Squad, of course. But yeah, I am really looking forward to that. Typically, it's like, you know, because the kids are off school, so Courtney and I will just enjoy like kind of lounging around the house. Speaking of that, you know, first of all, shout out to the Pod Squad. We got a full house tonight. Don't forget, y'all. Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Sign up and you can hear the show early, ad-free. You can watch our beautiful faces record as we do the show. But one of the things I was thinking about, I was talking to Courtney the other day. I don't know if this is something for you, but it's like the little shit in life that makes me happy. So we were sitting downstairs. I've been watching Only Murders in the Building. I finally got through season 2. It's fucking incredible. Great show. And I'm just sitting on the sofa in the living room and I'm going, I never get to do this anymore. You know, like I never get to just like lounge on the sofa. You know how it is, man. Like you're running the gamut, you're running through life, and you know, for me, like I said, I'm at my shoot job 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. You're out there doing meaniesaults in the middle of the world, and
in the middle of the street,
cashing checks and breaking necks, and you know, I'm like I never get to fucking sit in the living room anymore. And I fucking sat and watched TV in the living room like this is what life is. This is what 37-year-old Adam is going to enjoy right now, you know? And I don't know, man. How do you feel? Do you enjoy those luxuries as well? When it's not, obviously when it's not Philly season and you're not peeing into iced tea cans.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime I get a chance to fucking take a breather, it's cool. It's like, you know, we started this podcast during the pandemic and we had like all these, you know, wild ideas of what we could do and this, that, and the other thing. And then their world opened up and life got busy. And I was like, oh shit, all that shit I wanted to do, life's kind of getting in the way. But yeah, just like this week, doing Christmas stuff, little inside baseball. We're recording this the night before Icons. This is Friday, December 16th.
And for everyone who came out to see us, thank you.
Yes. Currently at 7:45 p.m. Yeah, and like I just getting shit ready for icons for tomorrow. When picked up a fresh stash of BWO shirts. I got these bad boys.
Yeah, I was going to say, show to Pod Squad here. Check this shit out.
If you're not on patreon.com/ I got these bad boys in the mail. The Santa Meanie Wrestle Buddies with the taped chair on the back.
I love it. It's so fucking sick, man. I love that.
It's cool to get one done because I got the original.
Yep. Hey, listen, Brothers Gatter, we need a set for Mind of the Meanie, man. I'm just going to throw it out there. Got to get a Mind of the Meanie set.
It's the original one.
Sick, dude.
And then we got the Santa one. So it's cool to get one.
Yeah.
But to have like a second one is really cool.
Like it would be fun to do it. Maybe I'll reach out to them. It would be fun to do like just a run of like 15. Because I don't know if maybe 15 people would want to buy it, including me. For me. Like it would just be cool to be like, yeah, I have a Wrestle Buddy. Like just dope. But that is super cool, man. They came out really nice. Brothers Gatter does a fucking phenomenal job. My favorite Wrestle Buddy, besides the Blue Meanie and Santa Meanie, of course, is one GG Allin. Very obscure, very random reference there for GG. I have to talk to them and be like, why did you guys do GG Allin? Like, what was? I mean, it's sick. Like, it's really well done. But like, are you guys GG fans? Because you don't meet many people who. I don't know anybody who's actually a GG fan besides Chad Ginsburg. But like, right. Is it?
I'm old enough to remember hearing the folklore of GG Allin. Just like I never heard it. I never really heard the music or anything but like that. But like,
it's bad. It's so fucking horrible. Bad.
Yeah. Well, I've seen videos. I mean, but like I've never put the vinyl down on the turntable and found a tape.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine somebody being like, "Gather around, kids. We're gonna put on GG Allin and the Murder Junkies vinyl."
It's like those commercials in the 80s, what do you listen to, man? I'm listening to Freedom Rock. Well, turn it up, man. Hey, man, what do you listen to? I'm listening to GG Allin. Well, shit your pants, man.
Oh my God. I don't want to play GG Allin on the show here because I don't want to get zapped, but holy fuck, man. Go like, anybody who's listening should probably like go out of their way just like for about 10 to 15 seconds. The only appropriate song probably like the only one that's like somewhat listenable is Bite It, You Scum.
Right.
That's pretty. And again, like I know way too much about GG Allin, way more than I ever wanted to know about GG just because of Chad. But
look, I'm not going to sit here and shit on this music because he already did, but
he really did, man. Like, go ahead. And you know what's crazy? Todd Phillips did that whole documentary about him.
I need to see that.
Which I've watched it probably 3 times, twice against my will, but it was fascinating to watch him tell that story.
He's got a brother who still plays, right?
Merle Allin. His band was called the Murder Junkies. And
yes. Yeah.
Here's some news, if you will. Oh wait, that was the wrong button. Hold on. Here's some knowledge about GG that you may not know. GG's birth name was Jesus Christ Allin. And this is true. His brother Merle couldn't say Jesus. So he called him GG. And that's where GG came from Jesus Christ Allin. Apparently his father was a fucking insane individual. Like his father would like regularly dig plots in the ground for him and his brother and his mom, telling them that he was going to kill them. And the guy was just a fucking Looney Tune, but apparently he made like legit music for a while. Like he tried to do like country music for a little bit and then went completely off the rails. But Hank Williams III regularly plays music with the Murder Junkies, which is
that's crazy,
nuts. Like he's a huge GG guy. And Travis is in the chat here. Shout out to Travis in the chat. He's like, it's god awful. He was a character though, which yes, he was.
Well, he was probably. I think he was like on Geraldo.
Yes.
It's like on those shows in the 80s, like where they went when in the infancy of shock TV.
Mm-hmm.
There's Geraldo. There was Richard Bay.
Yeah.
Who everybody knows Richard Bay from New York, but he started out in Philly. And they will always have like shock guests. They're like kind of around when Morton Downey Jr. was kind of doing his thing and stuff like that. And there would always be like the GG Allin types on there. But I remember in high school hearing like somebody told me, they were like, yeah, I gotta go to the show. It was GG Allin. He's going to kill himself on stage or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just like he set a date, like hold the date reservation for, him offering himself. But I mean, to each their own.
That was the whole thing, was like, he kept talking about how he was going to die. He was going to kill himself at one of his shows. And he ends up dying at a fucking party of a heroin overdose. June 28th, 1993. He was 36 years old. And
like the urban legend I had heard is like he jumped off stage and passed down an alley or something like that.
So there's lots of stories about it. And Chad's told me a little bit about it, but there's a lot of different variations of what happened, but apparently he was just at a party, I think, and he shot up and passed out on the sofa and then died. Like it was very unceremonious.
Yeah, anticlimactic.
Right, for a guy who fucking literally shit on stage and threw it at people and talked about how he was going to kill himself in the audience, and like, but again,
imagine being a first timer, just walking in.
It's going on a date.
You're sitting on the couch. You're like, I don't have any plans tonight. Let's what's in town? Let me look through the paper.
Flip through the paper here, yeah.
Oh, dude, back in the day, the newspaper would have who's playing the Trocadero tonight? Let's see. GG. That sounds like a good name. Let's go check that out.
Yeah.
It walks in unknowing what's about to happen.
I've made a terrible mistake. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I can't even. The stories are just out of control. And another person who used to play pretty frequently with Gigi was Dee Dee Ramone. Was a big supporter of GG Allin and the Murder Junkies, but he was married, apparently.
Ooh.
Gigi, and there's a daughter, there's a child that exists from GG Allin, which is, how do you even, like, where do you start, But here's
bring your dad to work day, or bring your dad to school day.
My dad's dead, and he's GG Allin.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of
barging in the classroom and throwing shit at kids and stuff.
Here's my record, bite it, you scum. But he's buried in New Hampshire, and they had to remove his headstone because people would come and piss and shit on it.
I've seen the live videos, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that was like, Chad didn't even make that a thing. Like, that was already a thing before he did that. And they had to remove the headstone. So, and then also to tie it back to wrestling world,
I'm surprised they peed on it. Why didn't they just take a shit?
People did shit on it too. You
just see a big fucking thing where like it's ultra fertilized, and then the fucking there's like beanstalk growing up from all the people shitting on this grave.
All the poop. Yeah. So here's the story. So he was hanging out with some guy named Johnny Puke, which sounds like a delightful guy.
He's gonna puke.
He's gotta puke. So he took a shit ton of heroin and he overdosed and went unconscious, and he died after a party. After this concert at the gas station was his last show in Manhattan. Yeah, right. Fucking pussy, fuck man, fucking pussy died for heroin. So he
-3 stars.
What's that?
-3 stars.
That's right. Meltzer would say.
Yeah.
So he's at the gas station at this place, and a fight broke out at the concert, and he left and led a bunch of fans, and they went to go party all night, and then he fucking died. But they wouldn't, like, his brother wouldn't allow them to, like, wash his body or properly, like, embalm him. So he's like, if you watch this video, and there's photos which are really nasty, he's in the coffin, and he's like, I mean, so he died on the 28th, right? The 28th of June. They buried him, or the funeral was July 3rd. So you're talking about at least like 5 to 6 days where they didn't do anything with him. And he's like, it's fucking like really ghoulish and nasty. And I was like, why would you do this? You know, and they're blasting music in his ears with headphones and shit. They buried him in a jock strap, which of course they did. But, no, thank you. Never want to see that shit again. No, thanks. So, speaking of shit people want to see, though, Little Jimmy's here. Shout out to Little Jimmy. He's heading to Tokyo, Japan, with Sonny Ono to see Muda's last match in January. That's fucking sick, dude.
Awesome, dude, man. That's tremendous. And you know he's facing Nakamura, right?
Yeah, Nakamura's going to be there.
WWE's letting him work the show, which is, I guess Forbidden Door. I don't know, but
it's the Forbidden Door, baby.
Well, dude, I do the meaniesault, and that's pretty much a direct correlation with Great Muda.
Yeah,
and, I got to meet Muda a couple times. I was like, I was telling him, he inspired me to do the moonsault. He's like, and he pointed to his knees, and you just see the scars from the knee surgery. I'm like, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
but his last match, that'd be awesome. I'm so happy that Little Jimmy's going to get to go there and see that match.
Yeah.
We got a full house here tonight.
We
I'm glad
do,
Little
man.
Jimmy, we got Travis, we got Vanessa,
Lucha,
and we got Shackleford, who fellow Philly sports fan.
Yep. Great show. Yeah. Great time. It's great to see everybody here. The holiday season is upon us. We're also coming up on our first year together. We've completed an entire year together, Meanie.
It feels like we've done more though. It's crazy. Yeah.
From
that's not a bad. That's not. I'm not saying that in a slight.
He's like, it's been 84 years.
Oh, dude, it feels longer.
If I have to hear one more fucking Carl impression.
Yeah. I got a little more breaking news. Not major, but personal. Well, not personal, but I finally scored the Philadelphia Eagles Christmas album.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's incredible, man.
Enough people bitched that they're like, all right, we're going to do a third pressing, and but we're not mailing it till February. I was like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually, as we're recording now, it started 9 a.m. this morning. It ends 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So a full 24 hours. I was like, I got up, I got bright and early, and said, fuck it, I'm buying two.
Yeah.
I bought like two of them. Probably one to listen to, one to frame.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Jason Kelsey, Layton Johnson, Jordan Mailata and the one producer is the drummer from the War on Drugs. I can't think of his name right now. He produced the album with them. Thank you for listening to the fans, aka me, one of them. Oh no, I'm not taking full credit for it, but a lot of fans are like, man, well, what the fucked up thing is people are buying them and flipping it, trying to put them on eBay for like $500.
Really?
So like, it was like, what the fuck? So I guess the best way, if you want to beat a person trying to, exploit and flip it and stuff like that, flood the marketplace with them. And that way, it's not that special for the people. And then the scammers on the eBay, well, not just scammers, but they're selling the record. If you buy this record, it goes to charity, right? And the people on eBay are selling it saying proceeds go to charity, which it already went to charity when you bought their first initial one. So
right, so it's going back into your pocket. Charlie Hall is the name you're looking for from the War on Drugs. Charlie Hall.
Yes. Go on YouTube, look it up. There's like a 7-minute like behind the scenes video of it. It's fantastic. It's called A Philly Special Christmas. Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelsey all sing on it, and some of the other Philadelphia Eagles make appearances as well. You can listen to it for free on Spotify. They release one song a week up until Christmas, so that was kind of like, dude, there's just so many things going on, like worrying about Christmas, worrying about getting Christmas gifts, this, that, and the other thing. I wanted to get the record, and then like just other shit happening, and then like you just get like, I got like this little fucking, every year I get this little fucking blister that pops up on my face. Like I usually get it during the summer, but like the anxiety of everything going on, it's fucking my face went kaplooey.
What we need to do is we need to come up with a good cover story for it, though. Like we should come up with like, Meanie was at the bar, and there were like 3 or 4 Dallas fans, and they were like, "Hey, bro, ECW blows," and then they're like, also like, "Suck my dick, Philly." And Meanie was like, "No, y'all. Like I'm not making this up either, guys. This was what really happened." And Meanie was like, "We're not going to do this." So Meanie picked up 2 bar stools, started spinning around, and hit these fucking jackasses. And unfortunately, a piece of the bar stool, because he was spinning so hard, hit him in the face, man. So I'm glad you're all right. I think that's the most important part of the story, is that you're healthy. And as always, fuck the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. Dude, we've been watching that show, Abbott Elementary.
Yeah. Great show.
It's a fucking great show, based in Philly.
Yep.
Keita Brunson, who writes, produce acts in the show. Big Eagles fan. So like you said, that you just told us true life story that just happened with my face. And
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Last night they were having we watched an episode last night, and they were having their Christmas party, and something happened, and one teacher was like, I forgot what they gave her, but they're like, well, that way you don't have to waste eggs, throw them at the Cowboys players or something like that. She's always making slights at the Dallas Cowboys fans and stuff like that on the show. So. Which
you should, though, because they fucking suck, man. Lucha's also in here talking about from the last time this happened. You have you got that bump from WrestleMania training, which we know, as we are aware, training for WrestleMania 40 and your Hall of Fame induction. I'm just saying if they don't make your ring blue, what the fuck are we doing here? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So
tremendous, but everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Life is good.
You said that true life story, and it reminded me of that show, which is amazing. So
I should have checked with you before I let your personal details out there like that. I just felt that it was for Philadelphia. And because I feel so strongly in our rich history on this program with Philly sports, I felt that it was like I had to. I felt the Holy Spirit fill me, and I needed to tell your truth. So thank you for allowing me to be the vessel for you, sir.
Well, yeah. There's this whole fucking thing on the gimmick on my face started like when I was a kid. Is like severe asthmatic, and then like when I was like maybe 11-ish, they started giving me prednisone steroid, and that kind of just like made everything. I started growing facial hair, and I started like I had like a zit beard, just breaking out, stuff like that. And I would have to just like get this thing called a styptic stick, which is a little thing they use for when you cut yourself shaving to help stop the bleeding. It's very old.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Very old school. I just had to go buy one tonight. You just put it on there, it dries it up, and shit's done forever. So just I don't even know what made me talk about that, but it's just like these old school things I still do that, like, I asked somebody before in the store, and they didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I was like, a stip. What? Never mind, I'll find it.
It's a stip stick, dipshit. What the fuck didn't you understand about what I said?
Yeah, Mrs. Meanie went and actually, found it for me. So It's good. I gotta keep up appearances and stuff like that. So
Meanie,
yes, sir.
real fast, while we're talking about it. 'Tis the season for clean balls. Fa la 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 la. La 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 la. Friends at Manscaped are helping you clear your driveway for safe travels this holiday season. From stocking stuffers to white elephants, Manscaped's products are at the top of every wish list. Grab some crop mops for your pops or your body buffer for the holiday lover. Loving all these rhyme and the rhyme schemes going on here, Meanie. I love this shit. Win this year's white elephant gift and help all the men in your life go from eggnog to nice hog this December by going to manscaped.com and using promo code MindMeanie for 20% off plus free shipping. Meanie, I got to tell you, the products at Manscaped have been incredible. I smell better, I feel better, and most importantly, Courtney enjoys looking at Little John and the East Side Boys way better. Way better.
But I'll tell you, man, Manscaped is the top of the line for a man grooming, man maintenance, whether it's the Platinum Package 4.0, the Preserver Cologne, the Sheer 2.0, or the Body Buffer. Or you know what? I like the green tea spray for your feet, because after a long day, from head to toe, I like to, that's how I go.
Hey, man, I dig it too. My feet smell terribly after a long day at the office. Manscaped is your one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. They have the perfect gift in the Platinum Package 4.0, plus loads, get it, of little presents, perfect for holiday and stocking stuffers. What better holiday gift than giving the gift of good hygienes and a few laughs? Manscaped offers a handful of their liquid formulation shampoos, body washes, upstairs and downstairs deodorant, gels, exfoliants, absolutely everything that they could need to keep it clean. I know how nice my skin looks, Meanie. I know you're a skin guy as well, so you want to make sure everything looks good up top and downstairs. Don't let those chestnuts roast in the wrong boxers. Get them a pair of Manscaped boxers, especially made to keep the area cool and provide holiday comfort all year round. Now that you've given them the perfect privates, go beyond the grown with Manscaped's full body product line. His dad have nasty nose hairs? Save his life with the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. The Shears 2.0 is their full kit for nail care with scissors, clippers, tweezers, and a file for the traveling man. There's the brand new Persevere cologne that brings a light, breezy, woodsy feel that gives that fresh tree scent even after the holidays are over. I just got myself a scent of this. I'm a big cologne guy. I like to smell good when I'm in the office. And I'll tell you what, the Persevere cologne, chef's kiss, my friend. Way to go. Are you still using a loofah, Blue Meanie?
Not now. Next, thanks to Manscaped.
Using the brand new body buffer, loofahs hold a shit ton of bacteria from dead skin. Help throw that disgusting loofah out and get the body scrubber that feels smoother but acts tougher, just like old Goober here. Lastly, top off the stocking with the crown jewel for the family jewels with the Lawnmower 4.0. The electric razor's advanced skin-safe technology is a life changer and known for reducing nicks and cuts on his Santa sack. Manscaped is here to make holiday shopping a blast, friends, and by giving products that they'll love and will make them laugh. Go to manscaped.com right now. Get 20% off plus free shipping by using the promo code MindMeanie. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Use promo code MindMeanie. Manscaped, the perfect gift that will be the holidays' biggest hit. We thank them for sponsoring the program. Isn't it crazy, man? Speaking of keeping up appearances, I really feel like it's time to ditch Twitter, man. I don't know how I transitioned from that to this, but I really feel like it's time. I'm starting to really get big on. I'm starting to really start posting more on Mastodon, but
yeah.
I tried to post my Mastodon link the other day because he banned, Elmo banned Keith Olbermann and a bunch of left-leaning news reporters. I'm going, fuck this shit. I don't need this crap. And I'm on Mastodon, and I'm like, how do I follow other people in other servers? Because I found you, and I couldn't find other people. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to put it on Twitter. And they almost, disabled my account. They were like, oh, wow. You're putting up, I got an alert, you're trying to put up harmful links and shit. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just posting. This is my fucking Mastodon account. So, how are we going to...
I'll say this much. if Saturday Night Live doesn't bring back Mike Myers to play Elmo, play Elon Musk.
Close. That's the right name. Elmo. Yeah.
Oh, same thing. But for those who, I'm not a big fan of the whole like alternative nickname. Just say it. Just say it in there. Like,
I know.
as much as, people do the whole brand. It's like, all right, just say the fucking name. Just say his fucking name.
Yeah.
Fuck. Just say fuck him.
Yeah.
But
do you want me to say it? Because then I can clip it out. If we tweet at him, then all of our accounts are gonna get zapped, and I'm worried about that.
Oh no, we can still do Elmo.
Perfect.
Yeah. Look. Here's the thing. I've been around a lot of people that I don't agree with or necessarily get along with, and we get along just to get along. Twitter's no different. If I see something or somebody doing something I don't agree with, I ignore them. It's just put them on mute, put them on block, and just follow the people you like and follow the things I do like. The thing I do like about Twitter is like the real time sports stuff, like NFL, MLB, shit like that, and follow along with that. Some of the biggest fucking like sporting news things I found out on Twitter way before things got like, back in maybe 2009, 2010. It's after the Phillies traded Cliff Lee to get Roy Halladay. Yeah. And they had their season, and then Roy Halladay became a free agent again, and then somebody on Twitter said, "Why he's probably going back to the Phillies?" And it's like, what? And then like this whole thing, followed this whole the updates of, but this, that, and the other thing, and then well before like the sports media broke it, is like, Cliff Lee's going back to the Phillies. That's the thing I enjoy about Twitter is like live, in time, finding out news and reactions and stuff. Fucking The Rock, giving like spoiler alerts to Bin Laden being assassinated well before even before the president even fucking said it,
Right. Which I still have a lot of questions, Dwayne.
Yeah.
But
how did you know?
Was it a lucky guess, Dwayne?
Yeah. Yeah. But,
friend of the show.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson, of course.
Big fan of Young Rock.
Yeah.
Proud of my boy Luke Hawks, who plays Stone Cold on the show. Luke's doing great things in Hollywood between that and the show Heels and all that good stuff. So, but friend of the show, Dwayne Johnson, he interacts every now and then.
No big deal. Biggest movie star in the world. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's fine.
Yep.
No, I just, listen, I know we don't do politics here on the show, but I felt like it was just necessary to at least talk about it. But I think only because I'm curious about what you feel like is going to be, if anything is going to replace Twitter. Like, is Mastodon going to be the place we all go to, or is it going to be something else? I'm not fucking going back to permanent Facebook, man. I'm rarely on there as it is.
Yeah. But, here's the thing. That dude's a worker, man. Like, it's like somebody told me that, he'll lean one way on certain things to get people to buy Teslas, and then he'll lean the other way because he's trying to put a truck out. He's trying to put out a pickup truck. So it's like, he leans in the way that helps his wallet. It's just, but then again, he does things. I'm like, man, you're really killing your brand. Like, his stocks are going down and stuff like that. just. No, Jesus Christ. But
all this,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about like that stuff because then people try to make it political.
Right. I'm just curious to know what you think is like, if you think Mastodon, how long you've been sort of playing with it, and if you think that it's going to be Twitter 2.0.
It's just a matter of them making it easier to find people.
Right.
And stuff. I like it. I like Mastodon, but there's got to be easier way to just search people, and the following, it feels like Twitter. That feels like Twitter, but it's got to be easier ways to find people and stuff like that. where on Twitter you could pretty much find anybody, or you go see who somebody else is following, and if they have any similar likes, you follow the people they're following and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a matter. It could, it's just, it's hard to get people to do anything new, it's hard to get people out of their comfort zone. I was on Facebook forever. It took me a while to get to Twitter.
Yeah.
Then once Twitter, I'm barely on Facebook anymore. So it's just, I go on Instagram as well, and I have a TikTok account. I really haven't followed, but like sometimes I just like to watch things, but like TikTok forces you to listen to things.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody around me listening, knowing what I'm watching, or if somebody hits you with a surprise, like there's a surprise, I don't know if I'm scrolling and something randomly pops up at, when people think I'm listening to weird shit, it's just
right.
Like,
right.
that's my whole thing about that. I'd have to put like earphones in or something. I don't know. But can anything replace Twitter? I don't know. But yeah, I'm surprised it's still around, considering all the people that have been left go that were in charge of like the making sure the programs are still running and stuff like that, all the technical shit. So yeah. Who knows? Hopefully it's Mastodon. Mastodon seems to be okay, but we'll see. We shall see.
I'm enjoying it so far. It seems relatively easy to use. Again, I think that's just my only criticism is like, how do I find other servers? How do I find people there? Yeah, and just kind of figure it out. But yeah, we'll see, man. I'm perpetually curious, but I think my time on Twitter might be coming to an end pretty soon. Hopefully,
it's a necessary evil.
Yes. So all social media is. We should have Carl on the show for him to give his analysis on this sometime. But like, social media just became something completely different than what it initially started as. It just totally. Once I think they opened Facebook to everybody instead of the college kids,
right? I
think that really changed the paradigm and then the Arab Spring for Twitter. I mean, that was where a lot of that stuff happened. And that was with 2011, 2012. So I think once that happened, it was like, oh shit, we can really utilize these services for good, or bad, which obviously we've seen both sides of that coin. But yeah, I think it is a necessary evil because people find the show through Twitter, people find the show through Facebook and YouTube. Right. So, we will need it, but yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's how I'm with everything. It's like, we'll see. Do I want to stay on? If I didn't need it, I might not be on there.
Yeah.
So I'm posting fewer just because I'll post something and then like the first reply is something that like has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. I'm like, well, why am I even bothering? I just end up fucking deleting the thing or.
Oh, what happened? Hey, Meanie, still pissed at JBL?
Oh, not even that, like that stuff, but like, this is ages ago. Like I was having a car problem. I was looking for help with, hey, any experts out there? I'm having a problem with this, that, and the other thing. Somebody replies, get a new car. I was like, oh.
Well, wasn't that fucking enlightening?
Yeah, thanks. Block.
Yep.
It's just like people reply. You're like, did they even read the thing I just wrote?
Yeah.
Or they had like I walked in the middle of the argument they were having with somebody else, kind of thing. Just you ever walk in somebody in a bad mood and they just had an argument with somebody else and they're continuing whatever happened with somebody else just with you. That's kind of like how social media is. I want to, if I could say, oh man, I love a sunny day. There's somebody be like, oh. Well, what do you have against fucking cloudy days?
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? You know?
You hate cloudy days, Meanie? Not all of us like sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to touch on here real fast as well. People who, speaking of sunny days, I don't know how to transition here. My brain's not working. Is that I guess that's a little nod too for, a diva, I guess, because she's probably a diva in some aspects. Mandy,
I said those words and automatically I was like, oh, what did I say that.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, oh, I heard it when I said it, and I didn't mean to. But Mandy Rose got released this week, very suddenly, very shockingly, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Apparently, she had a side hustle, if you will,
Right.
not an OnlyFans, but a OnlyFans-like site where she would
Right.
provide content to fans who would pay her. And I guess the company felt that it was, according to the rumor and innuendo, as a friend of the show, Conrad Thompson, would say, the company was none too pleased by this, and she violated some terms of some deal with Mattel, and they let her go from her contract, dropped the belt to Roxanne, or Roxy. Is it what's her name? It's Roxanne, or Roxy, I think is her name now on NXT.
Right.
They let her go, though. She dropped the belt this past week, and what do you think? What are Meanie's thoughts about Mandy Rose's release from WWE?
Oh man, we kind of went through this before with like people wanting to do Twitch streams and stuff like that, and third party stuff, and they made a compromise on that, where people could do their side hustles, their Twitch streams, and alternative income. But I guess what's the word? I don't know if there's some kind of morality clause with it, because I don't know anything about her site or whatever, but apparently it was just more than teases. It was like full blown, hey, how you doing? Kind of stuff. And if you just mentioned the Mattel thing, which I had no idea about, but if now that you bring that up, that makes perfect sense, because if they say they're trying to sell, Mattel has a rule, with who they do business with and stuff like that, that might be a deal breaker. Where if she had just been doing like bikini stuff or sexy lingerie, but apparently it was a little bit more than that, and I ain't judging. She's comfortable with it, and she can do and get away with it. More power to you. But when you have a business and you're doing business with people who see that as a detriment to what they're doing, now that you brought up the Mattel thing, it is what it is. WWE's got a good deal with Mattel. They're not going to compromise that.
No.
And you compromise the deal with Mattel over one person, that affects an entire roster, so to speak. So
right.
I have no problem with what she did, but if it violates, I don't know if they have, did they have conversations with her like, hey, maybe cut that out kind of thing, or?
I'm not really sure. I think they asked her at some point, I guess maybe before they termed her, if she, hey, you can either stop doing that, or you can keep, and you can keep your job, or we got to let you go. I think she ended up just saying like, fuck it, I'm just going to do this. So she apparently is making really good money, but I think also too, it's frustrating because it's like, why, like somebody leaked this online too. Like somebody leaked all of her photos and her videos and shit. And it's like,
that's what I had heard.
Why do we got to do this crap? Why do we have to fucking, like, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing?
Right. No, it's it sucks. People leaked or paid stuff, but then again, if the company, the Mattel, a toy company, has an issue with it, then WWE's going to. It was kind of like with the Daniel Bryan thing. Daniel Bryan got released, choking out, Justin Roberts. And there just happened to be somebody from a sponsor there and saw that and said, oh, we weren't comfortable with that. They cut Daniel Bryan. And then eventually, Daniel Bryan came back. People fought, spoke up for him. And eventually he came back and had a hell of a run, with the, with Triple H and Steph. But, it's probably just one of those things where, money, it's a business, and money's more important to WWE than anything. That's what keeps on. And like I said, it's great to sell tickets, but it's also good, to have alternative income, which, whether it's, merchandise sales, ads, this, that, and the other thing. And something's going to affect that. It's like, I get it. Again, I have no problem with what she did, but I get where they're coming from as far as a business aspect, and it's like one thing, one thing fed the other, I'm sure she was well known from the fitness world and stuff like that, but now her profile is a little bit higher because of WWE. Now she doesn't have the WWE thing anymore. Will that continue to bring people to wherever this website is?
Right.
Or will people just be like, on to the next thing, and then she's out of two jobs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just got to figure out what it's worth, or, say, hey, what if I dialed it back?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would love to know if she said, hey, what if I dialed it back and just did like bikini shot, like, diva stuff, like back in the day,
Right.
Do calendar girl stuff, where it's safe, but it's a tease and guys will still pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame. She's talented, she's good. She had her own faction and stuff like that. And she had the title for a while, over 400 days, something like that. So it sucks, that you hear anybody lose their job, but it's just a matter of, did they say something to her and she just said, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Oh, I don't know that, but if that's the case, then, it's how we got to where we are.
It's a shame.
Or that's how she got to where she is.
Yeah. It's a shame, man.
Yeah.
It's a shame because, like I said, there's a segment of folks who are online talking about, oh, well, why wasn't this person released, for this, and why wasn't that person released for that? And, they're
nothing I hate more than whataboutism.
Right.
Because that person got released for that situation. That person got released for that situation. We don't know the whole minutia that goes into it, all the fine details, so that's why I'm trying to read, trying to be civil about the discussion because I don't know all the details.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about possible hypotheticals, if they said, hey, cut this out, or at least tone it down. Right. And she didn't, then they're kind of in the right, especially when sponsors speak up. So
you have to remember, folks, at the end of the day, just like this is it's a publicly traded company, regardless. I know for sure, I don't give a shit what she does. I'm okay with, and again, nobody asked me for my opinion, but I'm okay with what she's doing. I don't see anything wrong with what she's doing.
God bless her.
Yeah, she's a consenting adult with another consenting adult, and she's consensually releasing her body. What is not consensual is the fact that her fucking naked body was released to the internet without her permission. That the stuff was leaked. I don't like that at all. But it's the argument, it's the Duck Dynasty argument, She can do whatever she wants, but that doesn't save her from consequence from her employer.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We can have conversations about, some of the other things that have happened with some of the men wrestlers and why they, maybe there's space to have that conversation, but and then again, the question is, was she really released for that? Because nobody really knows, there's segments of people who are like, oh, she was released because of this. And then there was other people saying, there's other reports saying that she was released because she asked for her release because she wanted to do movies. Unless Hunter gives a fucking analysis on what happened or Mandy Rose says what happened, I'm going to stay the fuck out of these conversations.
There's three sides to every truth. Your side, there's three sides to every story. Your side, my side, and then the actual truth. So those of will actually hear it. And
I'm sure she's going to be successful in whatever she does. She's a really talented individual. And I think she's going to really do well. I'm trying to think of what else is going on, man. We're not doing any Ask Meanies today because next week is our Christmas episode, which is going to be a full-throated, full-blooded Ask Meanie Anything. Complete with Seltzer appearances, too, which we haven't done in a while. But, yeah, dude, I don't know. Hasn't been a real crazy week in wrestling, thank God. Well, actually, wait, no, there was. There was one story. There was one report, breaking news, they said, that Vince McMahon was planning a comeback to the World Wrestling Federation, and I don't see it, man. What do you think? What does Blue Meanie think about Vince McMahon's potential return to the WWE?
We're good.
Yeah, we're good here, brother.
We're good. You're done. Look, I love Vince. I love everything he did for the business. Was he a perfect human being? Absolutely not. Did he do bad things? Sure. But did bad things in the name of doing business. There's would I have done the things he done? Probably not. But then again, I'm not a billionaire. So, but the things there's things he's under investigation for now until we find out the facts of, did they happen? Are they true? Or are they just allegations? Let's find out. I'm just saying that because I don't know.
Right.
I don't spend my day scouring the internet for, I'll go on to fuckvince.com and, look, there's people who love to hate Vince. There's people who love to hate WWE. That's the bane of their existence.
It's their brand.
Yeah. They hated WWE for Vince. And once Vince stepped away, that kind of fucking threw a monkey wrench into their I hate to use the word agenda, but
to be fair, I can think of one person in particular, that Twitter troll I blocked, who I feel like is like, that's all he does. Doesn't matter what happens on WWE. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's like, God, shut the fuck up, man.
There's a few people who they're professional Vince haters. And it's just like, and if it wasn't Vince literally did save wrestling,
right.
Everybody, there's plenty of people who try to do the exact same thing Vince tried to do and failed. World Class was on national TV. Well, it was syndicated at least because I was in Philly watching it, right? Bill Watts UWF tried to do it. The Crockett's had TBS. They failed, but, a lot of that was, with Jim Crockett buying up Bill Watts' territory when he didn't need to. He could have just let that die and then just took it over. But, there's a great book called Death of the Territories, which I highly recommend. Get the book. I got the audio book, but it's really good. Death of the Territories. And like all these wrestling promoters and took themselves out basically, and Vince just reaped the benefits of their fuck ups. So if Vince hadn't brought, pro wrestling out of the doldrums, and that's not a slight, wrestling was looked down upon like as this horrible thing, like we were like right below circus clown,
right.
He brought it into the mainstream and made it part of Americana with, right up there with like Ringling Brothers, and it became a brand name. If somebody says, I like pro wrestling, they go, oh, that WWE stuff, Yeah. He made it a part of Americana, and it happened right in the right decade too, with the 1980s. The 1980s was probably one of the greatest decades, for a lot of things, music, movies, and professional wrestling, where it just became this global thing. And that's because Vince had this vision of, he saw where it was going with cable. There's going to be no way, you could have territories anymore with cable, and, storylines, this, that, and the other thing, you had to, have larger than life characters and stuff like that. So he knew where he had to take the wrestling business, and New York's right in his back door. So the media capital, a media capital between New York and LA, and he just took it worldwide. And a lot of people are wrestling fans today, or there's generations of wrestling fans, and there's generations of wrestlers who have the ability to make a living in professional wrestling because Vince brought it brought it worldwide and made it acceptable to be a fan,
right,
and not get mocked. There's periods of times when it got a little embarrassing, like
the Goon.
80s. Yeah, that's when it became like kind of hard to I like that wrestling. It became like Fight Club. You enjoy it in private.
Yep.
But he made it a point where you can enjoy pro wrestling in public.
Yeah.
So, but getting back to him coming back, we're good.
Yep. Don't need it.
Vince, we appreciate everything you've done. We appreciate your service. I appreciate you for the fact that you gave me the ability to make a living and make a name for myself. But sometimes there's got to be a point where you need to move on, kind of thing, right, and hand the reins over. Hang out in the back. If legally he can't be in the background because of his event, but there's still plenty of things to learn from him. There's like that. There's a knowledge tree there, but I appreciate everything he's done. But Vince,
we're real good on this one, man. I agree with you. I don't think it's necessary for him to come back. I think there's a lot of goodwill that has been created since he left, and whatever's going to happen to him is going to happen to him in his personal life. We've already expressed that, and you can find me on Twitter for things like that. But we're good, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the years of entertainment, but it's time for something new. It's time for a new direction and something different. But Meanie, I also want to say thank you, sir.
Yes.
For doing the program with us each and every week, and to the Pod Squad for sticking around and watching us as we do the show. But Meanie, most importantly, where can we find you on your social media?
Well, if you want to follow me on social media, on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Mastodon, at Blue Meanie BWO. That's at Blue Meanie BWO on all forms of social media. Get them while they last. The Blue Meanie Santa Buddies from the great folks at brothersgatter.com. Christmas is here this week. Now, if you order now, you might not get in time for Christmas, but hey, it's a good time to put it away in the closet for next year. Go to and get the limited edition Blue Meanie Santa Meanie. Let me start that over. Limited edition Blue Meanie Santa Buddy from Brothers Gatter. Go to brothersgatter.com. Click the shop button. Order your Santa Meanie Buddy today while supplies last. Now, if you want to support the Blue Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. You can support Mind of the Meanie by going to prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand. Go to collarandelbow.com. Collarandelbowbrand.com. It's my first day with the new eyeballs, folks. Work with me here. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Use coupon code Meanie and save 10%. But you can also go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use coupon code MIND and support Mind of the Meanie. Get 10% off. Rod Hicks is doing an amazing job over there at collarandelbowbrand.com. You got the shirts, you got the Christmas, you look good. Now you got to smell good. And if you're a bearded fellow like myself, you got to go to madcatbeardcare.com. Get the blue spruce from madcatbeardcare.com. My boy Josh Thornton is doing an amazing job taking care of the kitties, taking care of the feral cats. He rounds them up, takes them to the vet, gets them taken care of all out of his own pocket. And madcatbeardcare.com takes care of those expenses for the feral cats. So to go to madcatbeardcare.com and get the blue spruce. Shout out to my boy Jim Nilsson over at glaciersofice.com. Jim made a 3 of 3 only handmade custom BWO Air Jordan 1 sneakers for Stevie, Nova, and myself. Each pair takes Jim about 50 hours per pair to make. Now, if you want to see some making of videos or some behind the scenes photos, go to follow him on all forms of social media at GOI Kicks. Again, follow Jim at go to glaciersofice.com or go to GOI Kicks on all forms of social media. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. I just did a few this week for the holiday season. So get them while they're not going to run out because I do them forever. So go over to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO and get your custom mini video today. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you?
Oh, Meanie, you're too kind. Excuse me, I had a frog in my throat there. I apologize. If you want to find me on social media, you can go to find me, at least for now, on Twitter. Also on Instagram and Mastodon at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. You can also listen to my other program, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net. You can listen to all my great conversations there. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/Foundation Radio. Pick up a shirt and support the show. If you want to get your mental health and your physical health together, go to thefeinbergmethod.com and use promo code Goober and save up to 20% on your purchase. Brad Feinberg is my trainer right now. I am losing weight. I have already lost 10 pounds. My muscles are bigger. I'm stronger, and I'm also healthier, not just physically, but also mentally as well. It's thefeinbergmethod.com. Use promo code Goober and save 20% off on your purchase. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa de Meanie and also at the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Every dollar you spend for us goes right back into the show to keep us moving here. Blue Meanie, I want to say thank you, as always, for doing the program. I want to thank the Pod Squad for being here as well. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind
Blue World Order
of the Meanie. Peace.
And Merry Christmas.
Blue World Order. This episode of Mind of the Meanie was recorded and produced by Adam Barnard and was engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional production and narration provided by Sam Krebs. Our executive producers are Josh Chernoff, Adam Barnard, and the Blue Meanie. Our opening theme is performed by the Swamp Candles. Our closing theme is performed by Chikara. The show contains original music produced by Enrichment. Get additional bonus content by becoming our patron on Patreon at patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Mind of the Meanie. This has been a Butts Carlton media production in conjunction with the MLW Radio Network. Butts Carlton, proprietor. Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?
The world of MLW Radio never stops.